Hello and welcome to Vox Populi News. My name is Arno Zani Cyrus, and with me today I have a very special lady. Sister Hatune is on a very important and a special mission, taking care of the persecuted Christians in Middle East, and she's also is being a voice for the voiceless. Sister Hatune, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today.
No mention. Thank you for you too.
Oh, absolutely a pleasure. Thank you. And Sister Hatuni, I know you were forced out of Turkey with your family. Would you please give us some information on how it was growing up and living as a Catholic under the shadow of Islam and Islamic laws?
See, I am born in 1970, and I grew there. I went to the Turkish school. There, my mother tongue is Aramaic, Jesus language till today. And we Christian in Southeast Turkey, we was from begin on persecuted since Muhammad came to the Middle East or is born till today. Is the persecution like daily things there in Middle East general. Before Islam came to this earth, I mean, first begin of the 8th century, there was 96% in all Middle East Christianity. The remain was Jews and Yazidi. Now, from all the three religions, there are only 4% from 96, and even that they don't let them to live as normal. And so we was persecuted from begin, but in my village I am born in Christian village, Zaz, Southeast Turkey. Surround us, there was five Islamic villages, Kurdish, Sunni, Muslim, and they was persecuting us. We as a girl, we have to be careful to hide our faith, that one Muslim will not see us and fall in love with us. If it happened, then no chance for this girl to stay as a Christian. They will kidnap her and rape her and disappear. She will be disappeared. Many of my village that has happened also. And me in the school, I got enough persecution because I was in Turkish school, not because of my homework or something like this, because I'm Christian. Every Friday from Turkish government, they was forcing us, even we are all children as Christian, but only the teacher was Muslim, because no Christian has right to be employer for the government. That why automatic our teacher was Muslim, and they was forcing us every Friday to have a Quran school. But we as a class, we was denying that. That's why every day, every Friday, we have to get beating our hands with a style stick, not with a wooden, with a style from metal. And that is like this. And one day it was snow free time in the winter, and one of my classmates, he was in 9 years old, I mean third class. He tried to write his name in Aramaic language. He was proud because his brother was deacon, and he wrote the two letters on the blackboard. And suddenly, I don't know why, suddenly, even we have still free time, the teacher was coming inside, and he looked behind him. He told, shouting like lion, who wrote these unbeliever letters? And then we didn't say nothing. We all 24 Christian children, we have to get to blackboard again. He beat us with this same stick. And then the brother of who has wrote already, but he don't know who wrote that. He was from reflex, from the fear, he was taking his hand back before he beat. And then he hold with the left hand the boy's hand, and he beat with this metal stick on his hand that was red, that was a balloon, it was broken, it was flowing blood, but still he was beating because of one letter Aramaic. That was our right as a Christian. Even in the school time was Sunday, still today is free, school free, but we have no right as Christian to go to the church. Even we don't have a school. He warned us, if you go to the church, I will beat you. And he put us a water in the front of the church every Sunday. Which of us went on Sunday to the church? On Monday in the school we got beating on our hand again. My father went on 60 till 62 to the soldier service, to the government, served the government. He got brutally persecution from the soldier, from the commandos, and all these things. There were 3 Christians between 900 or 700, I don't remember correct number, between we would say 700 Muslim, only 3 Christian, and these 3 Christian they was treated extra, persecuting them, forcing them to be Muslim, and they has no right to wash their dress with another soldier. They has no right to make shower with the shower area because they say you will make dirty, and all this persecution. My brother from 81 till 82 he makes his soldier service this same persecution that was from the governmental area, and we didn't have no right. My father 84 he built a new house, 20 guests can stay without us, without that we push each other to another rooms, and he was finished 85 we have to left everything between 1 week because they threatened my father to cut him like his ear because he didn't let that the robber, Muslim robber, rob our wine grapes from the wine garden. He was watered there. They come with the guns. There was 6. He was alone, and he make noise something like this. They run away, and he was known them who are these people. And he went to the court and he told this and this and this. They come. They rob my grapes. And the soldier was coming. I mean, the police. They was coming. They saw the basket that they are half full. They put the grapes in the prison, but not the robber. And my father, after 14 days, he went to the prison. He told, "What are you doing the grapes here?" Then they told, "Yeah, they are in the. They has to be punished." He told, "You have to punish the who has done the robber, not the grapes. This you can eat them. Pity that they will damage there." No, you are unbeliever. Like you, as an unbeliever, we will not never punish our brothers and sisters because we are all Muslim and you are unbeliever. You have to be punished, not there. See, even in the government, even in the court, even in no area we have right as a Christians in Turkey. Till today is not change. The same barbarism, same persecution till today. And then we ran, because of our life of my father, we ran to Germany. I am now 30 years in Germany. And I am hearing, after I hear that they slaughter again our sisters and brothers as a Christian before ISIS in Iraq, then I could not stay. I thought my wisdom is not allowing me to sit just on a couch and hear that our sisters and brothers, they will become slaughtered again is a genocide like 1915. And we have to do something. We are here in peace land in Europe. We have to be voice for the voiceless. And since that time, I am working for the refugee too. Before now, 26 years, I am working for the as a helping hand organization, a charity, as a foundation worldwide in 37 countries now. And we are helping in my foundation. We have over 5,000 volunteer workers with us in 37 countries. And 37 is correct. And we are reaching over 6 million people about different ways. My own work is more to care for the girls and ladies who are misused, kidnapped, and raped in the hand of their barbaric Sunni Muslim.
Wow, that's just amazing, sister. Me myself, I come from Islamic Republic of Iran, which from the name of it obviously is an Islamic country. And I do remember, and I know that Christians, Catholics in Iran also suffer a lot of execution, prosecution, and they have a very hard life. But I do know we still have some Catholics in Iran. However, they have to do the same thing. They have to hide their faith, and they practice their religion behind, closed doors or in what they call underground churches. Now, my question for you is, are there any Catholics left in Turkey today?
We are speaking from Christian, not only Catholic, Christian people in Southeast Turkey. There are just 3,000 people, and general till 19th century, 20th century, beginning of 20th century, there was still 20%. Now they are 0.03%.
Wow.
They really cancelled them. Not only Turkey, all Middle East, the minorities like Yazidi, like Christian, but also the Alawite. the Alawite group, they are suffering in Turkey too, in all this country too, because from Sunni Muslim, they are not accepting them that they are Muslim. Even from our Christian view, they are Muslim, but they don't accept them because they don't believe in Sharia and Quran and Muhammad. They believe in Ali. And that's why they are also persecuted. I cannot say only we are Christian persecuted. These people are also persecuted with Yazidi now, newly Yazidi. But before was mainly Christian. There was in the focusing in the view of all the groups, and now Yazidi camp plus Yazidi people, they are sun prayer people, and it's their ancient religion normally, according to their religion. And this, before ISIS come, I spoke with 200 personally because I'm psychotherapist and spiritual counselor and women, and I have my own experience in that countries. And I know the languages, thanks God, 13 languages, the Middle East language, all I know them. And I spoke with, before ISIS, okay, with 218 girls, which one they was kidnapped, misused, raped, and some of them, 13 of these 218, they cut half of the vagina. I saw with my own eyes that I can tell is so correct. And then 3, they cut the breast, and 2, they cut the face because they was not happy with the ransom. And then the ISIS camp, they took then a lot and huge number. Till today, the Christian in Yazidi, mainly Yazidi, there are 3,800 young ladies and girls in the hand of the ISIS till today. They kidnapped 12,000 in one on 3rd of August 2014. Out of this, still there are only ladies, I mean young ladies, 3,800, and they beg to be free. I spoke with for 12 days. I was in Southeast, in Iraq, North Iraq and Southeast Turkey, and in Syria. And I spoke with one family that there has a big group, relative family. They was 11 months in the hand of the ISIS. They has only small children and the old ladies. The oldest one, they are 9 and years old. The girls, 2 of them, they was hiding them not to be kidnapped and sell them and to be sex slaves. Then they was putting them in a cartons or some under mattress or something like this. But the last weeks before they ran away, even these 2 girls, they kidnapped them and they raped them and brought them after 1 week back. And after this, they told, okay, they can kill us. We will try to run. Even we have small children, these elderly and with children. And they ran away, 52 persons. Only the old ladies and small children under 10 years. And 4 days they was on the way. Night they was walking, and day they was hiding them that nobody can see them. And so they reached the safety air zone, and I met them, and I asked these 2 girls, one on left and one right. I hugged them. I told, what is your biggest wish? They told me our biggest wish, that who are still in the hand of the ISIS to be released. That was their biggest wish. I cannot tell you how many horror scenarios I saw and I hear. Maybe nobody on this earth as one person hear these horror stories and saw horror things. But many people, they saw something, but not as a one person. But at the same time, I am the happiest lady on the earth because I try to do the way of my Lord. Matthew 25:40 in the Bible, I am Christian, says, if you serve the needy when you are serving me. And that is I'm doing for my Lord. I try to serve his creation. Nobody has right to kill, to misuse his creation, but these barbars, they are doing that.
Absolutely true. I understand, and they don't, we don't hear about them in any mainstream media. They don't give them names. They don't give them pictures. They don't give them airtime. And personally, what bothers me is how they get no support from the media, mainstream media, governments, even society and people, the way they deserve. They just don't get that support.
Correct. The main media, they are lying. They are running behind the money who support them. That is the problem. And this is wrong politics what is running on. The petrol is important, but not the human being, not the minorities. And we know, we was now for 12 years there. Okay, I was not alone. There was 2 another small media with me. One from Sweden, one from Germany. They was guiding me. We were 3. We went. In Shingal area, the mountain. I asked them what you need. please soap. We don't have soap. They are living in the mountains, no shops, nothing there. Their body became like pimples because it's from dirtiness, from the bacterium. And they told, please bring us soap and wash powder and gas to heat and blanket. And that was what we brought there. In the mountain, there are 32,000 families. If we speak from family, they mean minimum 12 children. And nobody is going there, nobody, only in this corner. And then I met in Ankawa 4,000 Christian families who are living well in the tent or in their caravans of the smallest space, 8 person on 10 square meter, okay? And the kitchen, everything is in it and without window. And I met one lady there. She was Catholic, and she was from North Iraq. She told me that she was 9 months in the hand of the ISIS with 45 family, Christian family with her. They was in the hand of the ISIS. She explained what is happened, what she saw in these 9 months is unacceptable as a human being. And I hope that her voice will be, she was begging, please bring my voice till Pope, that they know what is happening with us. Many people, Channel 4, Edward Watts, or the another, they say only Yazidi they're kidnapped. No. The Christian, according what I hear from the girls of Yazidi, that I heard, more than 120 girls, Christian girls, they are in the hand of ISIS. We could help or release only 8 till now, our foundation. The another, we don't know where are they, but this lady, she told me that with her, from Karakosh alone, from one village, Christian village, there was 45 family Christian in the hand of the ISIS. From Shingal by self, I met also 2 families, Christian. They told there was 29 families with Yazidi, also Christian from there. That which one I know, which one I don't know, that I cannot tell you. And these people are suffering. They don't make difference between Yazidi and Christian. They're because they are minority and they're not Sunni Muslim. That's why they are suffering without border, and they need support. If somebody hear me to help us, please go www.hatunefoundation.com. You can see the news all the time in English, Swedish, and German. Everybody can read it, and we need your support to help them more, to release them, to bring them items like soap, like wash powder, like hygienic items, but also food, gas, and these things to these people. They need urgent your help.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. And we will make sure to put a link to your foundation, hatunefoundation.com, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we will make sure to put that link. But what I wanted to ask you, Sister Hatune, you have been quoted to say Islam is ISIS. Can you explain what do you mean by that? What does that mean exactly?
See, there are 4 groups of Islam. They're a group. The first group is educated people. They could be from different groups of Islams. They don't believe in Sharia and Quran because the main problem is start with the Quran. It's written there. Shall I read you one surah?
Absolutely.
Okay, that is Muhammad Surah 47 verse 4. Okay.
Okay.
I will try to. This is now in German, but I will try to translate direct in English. And if you meet the unbeliever, then down with the head. That means slaughter the head till a carnage is happened under them. Then then collect them to one side, their head and the bodies. So that is if you meet the unbeliever. Who is unbeliever? The Jews and the Christians says in many areas. And who is not Sunni Muslim, according to Quran, is even could be Shia, even could be Alawite, even could be Yazidi, could be Jews, could be Buddhist, Hindu, any another religion is unbeliever according to Quran. Only the Sunnah Muslim are correct believer. So if Surah Muhammad, I mean 47 says, if you meet the unbeliever, down with their head, that means slaughter their head down, till a carnage is happened under them. that is as imperative as order. You cannot interpretation for this sentence is not possible. It is an order. And against the unbeliever in Quran, there are 204 verses like this, similar like this. And against the Christian Spitzel, who are say Father, Son, Holy Spirit, they has to be killed. And because they don't accept that Jesus is Son, God is. We are Christian, okay? We are believing that. What? That is not your matter. You don't need to believe, but we are believing. Why you are fighting us? Why you would like to kill us? These who are believing that they has to be killed. And that is the main problem on the earth, and the main persecution since Islam came start from Quran and from Muhammad personally, because the Muhammad personally with his fighter, they slaughtered in that time already 800 Jewish people who are not accepting his rules. And that is the problem. Who are not think that is not like this is not true. The ISIS they are using, see, in Raqqa, 24 of June 2014, they crucified two people, which one I personally know them, Peter and Antonio, one Catholic, one Assyrian Christian. And the people surround them, they told them, why you are doing that is old fashioned. They told, hey, what are you doing there, saying there? It is written, our Allah tells to us, Surah 5, verse 33. Verse 34 says, it is all time by talk shows, the Muslim, they are using verse 32. It says, it is from Talmud written copy, says, for Israel's children is written, if they kill innocent person, like they kill all the world. But one sentence later, verse 33 says something else. And that is, says, these who are not believing in Allah and His Messenger Muhammad, they has to be finished from this earth about the way killing or crucifying or cut the hand and leg opposite ways or free them for their country, and Allah will not guide unright people. See? And they're using these verses because the base of the problem is in the Quran. They can take it from Quran. And that is the problem.
Correct. I have had this argument with many people actually, where they said in Quran Allah says if you kill a man, it's like you killed the entire humanity. And I keep telling them, no. In Quran, what it does say, it says if you kill a believer man, that's a key point. You can kill a non-believer, and that is all right. So yes, you are absolutely right. You can take all that information from Quran. It is within Quran. That's correct.
But even that verse is written for Israel children. That is from copy from Old Testament. It is not for, I think Israel children, they are not Islam. They are Jewish people. And who don't believe that, they cannot say we are Israel children, okay? And that is for them. That is just copy and stay remain there. The controversies in the Quran is a lot, because the 1000 till 1200, the Caliphate, in that time they add 64%. They add, and this is only bad horror and worse view about the unbeliever. That is that problem. Of course, the Muslims, they will not accept that is Quran is not only from Allah advice through Muhammad or Gabriel. This is everything is not true. But from their view, they will not accept that the Caliphate 46%, 64% out of Quran, between 1000 and 1200 they add the Caliphate. And this is only bad things against the unbeliever.
Yes, absolutely correct. Now I wanna talk about a very disturbing and sad news that's out there, and I definitely would like to have your point of view on it. As you probably know, ISIS has claimed responsibility for murdering 4 of the Mother Teresa's nuns from Sisters Charity.
I hear that, yeah.
And they also gone down 12 more. And I am sure you are praying for them. So are we. But my question to you is, do you think these attacks are just random and accidental, or should we expect more of these kind of attacks to come?
I think they are not terror. They are correct Muslim. They like to fulfill what is in Quran. If ISIS or these people are fulfilling what is written in Quran, they has normally to do 10 times more worse. That's why we have to expect worse than that. And I was now, if I say maybe now dangerous what I am saying, but I saw with my own eyes that ISIS are sending lorries with agreement of Barzani in Middle East to Turkey, trucks, petrol. And there many, it was night, how we come from Shingal area, from the ISIS, from that direction, it was night. We saw with our own eyes, we was 3 people, one from Sweden, one from Germany, and me. We saw with our own eyes how many trucks between 1.5 hours was running Turkish trucks, oil tanks. They was coming and going from ISIS area. But Barzani, Erdogan, and ISIS, they are dealing together about the back of these minorities, and this is play a big game with the minorities' rights there, and they'd like to cancel all of them. And they try also in another country, if they can, they will do it. Even in Yemen, in any Boko Haram, in Africa, in any area, these people like to convert all the world to Islam, Sunnah, Muslim. And that we can suspect worse now. Yeah.
Well, absolutely, that is correct. And all this is happening, sister, everywhere. And people may not directly hear from it or see it within the mainstream media, but there is all sort of sources to look into. Let's say YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all online access and social media. I talk about them on my video. You talk about them on your interviews. So basically, it is out there for people to know, but it's still there are people in the West who stand and say, oh, this is not Islam. This has nothing to do with Islam. And they're either denying it or they just don't want to accept it. What would you like to tell them, to those people who are not accepting, who are not believing and getting involved with it? What would you like to tell them?
I think the politicians, first of all, they never read Quran. And the women, European or Western European, that they are married with, more than that, that they marry with Islam people, they don't know in which danger way they are jumping. And I think if they know really it's what is going on in Quran, they will not say that. Only from the mouth to be good, yeah. Some politicians to hold their chairs because of their chairs, they don't like to blame themselves, to say, yeah, HBT, you are good. But there has responsibility, there has blood on their hands, these politicians from today. See, the Western, even America can do something, but they are not doing that because they have some benefit. They cannot tell me not. I went to the ISIS bunkers where they're healing the injured people. All the material, medicine material was from America, made in USA. I don't know how it come there, okay? But it was from America. And America, 8 times throw guns to the ISIS. They are witnesses, they are fighters there. And they show the ISIS by saying, here, see, we got that and that from America, okay, through the aircraft. How could America, they know with the radar or this technology kneel on the earth, how they could 8 times throw guns to the ISIS? It's not possible. But they done it and they saying, sorry, it was mistaken. That I don't believe in that. Okay? And more than that, Western, they close their eyes because they get some benefit from petrol. America and Western also. And they send guns there. And the guns, it lasts from the Kurds, they land by the ISIS. I spoke with eyewitnesses that there are 4 lorries of guns of Germany, they land in Mosul. Mosul is in the hand of the ISIS. Through the Kurdish local people, okay? Germany, they didn't send to the ISIS. They sent to the local people, I mean, Peshmerga, the Kurdish Sunni Muslim, and they give them, they're dealing together. They're dealing together. And all these things, Western close their eyes because of benefit. And that is wrong. That is wrong, and there has blood already now. All the politicians today, which ones are supporting these barbar people, there has blood of these minorities on their hands. They like genocide for these minorities. And they are no more Christian, these people. If they're Christian, they will not deal like this. Even if they're politician people, they will deal correct.
Very true. I was actually just about to mention that it doesn't even take a lot of research if you just look into Europe. For last decade or few, people are falling away more and more from faith, and it's becoming less and less of an importance in their life, their faith. And do you think that the Islamic invasion of Europe and this falling away from faith, are they connected to your eyes? Do you see any connection in that?
I think if the Christianity became lazy, that's why they has chance to plant them in the Christianity area. That is correct. That is maybe our fault. We are in Western no more. I'm now counting me as also as a Western. We are no more strong in the faith. I don't say the Christian has right to take sword and to kill. That, or sorry, I don't say that. We like to, in our faith, say also even to your enemy you have to pray for them. But if we know our and say stop, only say stop. That I am waiting for the politician, Christian politician or a Western country, but they don't say stop. They open their doors. They let the wolf inside and they let the lamb outside. They bring the bombs in front of their own doors. See, I spoke with 18 couples that their children, small children, slaughtered them in front of their eyes. If this Western politician, even American is so much, but Western people, politician, let this cutter, human cutter, inside, tomorrow they will be their grandchildren in front of their eyes slaughtered. That there has all this fault on their shoulders. And I can tell you, I can till tomorrow tell you the things. Sometimes I am myself blocked because something coming in my view up, and these horror scenarios that I spoke with them, what they are doing with the children, with the human being. And this I hear from here from Germany also, German person that they make interview with one ISIS who has shaving his beard, and he told from Saudi Arabia they are sponsored so many young men to come here. The real refugee, the poor people, they are suffering there. I saw them daily in my eyes, and who are strong and who has money make on back on these poor people. The young men, the killer, they come to Europe. Only young men. 90% of the refugee today in Germany or in Europe, they are not refugee. There has another view. And the refugee cannot come because they don't have no money. They're women, they're children, and this and this. But in Europe, they're coming only young men. How could it be that? They're not refugee. They're coming to destroy Europe. And there, from their house, it is planned. Because they're paid by Saudi Arabia. Or most of them.
Absolutely correct. It is absolutely correct, and I personally don't understand how. I always say that how can people, um, knowing that even within the Quran, within the Hadith, it says every person who was born in Muhammadian, that so their mission is to convert or kill. Their mission is to turn this planet into Islamic planet. And I'm all about peace myself, sister. I am against violence, but sometimes I just don't understand how people can just see all this and pass by and move on and just leave life. Me, I sometimes make calls back to Iran to I talk to the victims, and for days I just can't function as a normal day. It's my heart, my mind, everything is toward them to see what I can do or how can I help them. But you're right. You're right. People just keep listening to their politician and what's being fed to them through mainstream media. But here in the U.S., we hear that in Germany, the attacks are getting worse and worse, more and more, and the government is basically trying to minimize the exposure on news for them. They try to downgrade the crime level to those attacks and basically cover it up is what I would call. But is there any truth to what we hear in United States? That because I know you're in Germany, so is that what is happening in Germany?
It is true because the German history, because of the Hitler time, they are stepping back. They cannot say so strongly something, then they will say they are racist. But I think it come to the time that they has to raise their voice and to say stop and to send them back. I am so a person. If they are really refugee, they will come and they try to be integrated. If they're not try to be integrated, they like to bring their own law in that country. They have to be back. Just I mean, there is another mission. And these people who make these mistakes, that the German people they was hiding this biggest mistake. This is wrong, total wrong, and there has again how I told you the reason the blood in their own hand because they hide the wrong things, and for my view they are friend of unright and they are friend of Satan.
Absolutely,
Even
yes.
the German security or who has done it, everybody. The truth has to be only the truth can run. And nobody has right to rape a girl. Nobody has right to cut the throat of somebody. We are all creation of Almighty, and we have to accept each other as a human being and not as enemy. But they, Sunni Muslim, they're accepting each another all as enemy, and they have to be slaughtered, and that cannot be right. And we have to speak for women. We are women, and that cannot be done. This politician who has, or the security who has closed the eyes about this barbarism, they have to be punished more than who has done it.
Amen, sister. I agree. I completely agree. Would you say that beside the genocide and the prosecution of Christians in Middle East, would it be safe to say that it's a beginning of genocide and prosecution in Germany as well? It been started? Is it there already?
I can say if the German or European politician not be weak and stop this disaster, it is the beginning in Europe too. It's just already start already. But who is stupid not understand till they happen with themselves, then it's too late. Because the Islamic has a dog culture. Maybe you will laugh now. Islamic religion from Muhammad onwards, he start to rob the caravans, he start to kill, to slaughter, and the Islam religion really is based on sword and fire, about nothing else, and pedophilia. And see, one imam in Denmark, he liked to bring the law from Yemen or another country. He says, because of the culture of the refugee, we have to show the respect, we have to give right for children married. Like Yemen with 8 years or 6 years or something. Because Muhammad, he took Aisha with 6 years and he has another ladies. And she says by herself in Bukhari, Aisha by herself, she says, yeah, Angel Gabriel was shown to my husband, he could sleep with me in the night with 9 years old. Okay, but what is 9-year-old and he has another ladies? They mean the pedophilia is in Islam born in it from begin, and that is, and this imam from Denmark publicly he says, I have read his interview. He says because of respect of the refugee culture we have in Europe to give allowedness to marry the children. I mean, yeah, and that cannot be right. And if Europe accept this ideology, tomorrow is Sharia law of Germany. What is going on? Or in London, they accept already some law against the ladies according Sharia. What is that? Slow, they will come in the government laws, and one day they have time. Demographically, they bring many children. I'm not Islamophobe. I'm speaking from reality. I live in Islamic country. I know their laws. I can their language. I know how they're dealing, how they're acting. I know many things from them. And I'm reading, I'm daily busy with the problem, what they are doing. And that cannot run continuous. So the European has to be awake and to say stop. I will tell again from begin on the Islam, the rules. First of all, be so nice, quiet that everybody will love you. Then occupy, marry the people and convert them to Islam. Occupy the area. Then if you are strong enough, then attack and show you that you are real Muslim. So, and these three rules is like this. And the character is like dog. If you run from the dog, he will come behind you and will be angry and bite you. Yeah. But if you not run and stop, that dog will stop also. And that's the culture of Muslim. We have to say stop and not to run from them. That is important. And these all things, I don't know, I can till tomorrow tell you this. I'm sad about what I saw for 12 days, these persecuted raped girls and these things as this, and I saw these tanks and I saw that Shingal city, many people they say, or German government, Volker Kauder, I know him, he's my friend. 1 week December I was there and he told us in one meeting, he told, yeah, we are proud, we send guns to the Peshmerga, the Barzani people, and they released the Shingal city. I went afterwards to Shingal city. Shingal city is not with one gun is released. Just Barzani, he called to ISIS his friend and he told, step back, destroy all the houses of Yazidi and Christian, but mosque and Muslim houses, nothing happened. Just Christian and Yazidi, complete city is destroyed. And they went to the villages. Still 9 villages of the Christian and Yazidi, they're in hand of the ISIS. And from there, they throw rockets. And I told you, for 12 days we was there. 3 hours before I reached these people who are saving the border between ISIS and they're Yazidi people, okay, 30,000 Yazidi people. And they have the smallest guns. And they throw them, the ISIS throw on them 2 points, chemical rockets that they was omitting. I don't know which kind of another side effect they has, but we come 3 hours later. It could affect also us, of course, but thanks God we came 3 hours later and we were seeing the people are omitting. They throw chemical things on Yazidi securities there on the border between these villages of the ISIS and Yazidi city.
Wow, Sister Hatuni, these are some scary times, at the same time very heartbreaking to hear all of what is happening to humanity. As I mentioned to you, I was born and raised in Islamic Republic of Iran, and I was born after the revolution, so the complete Islamic text applied to me and people like me who were born after the revolution. Even though I never accepted this so-called religion, it never even clicked, in my mind. I couldn't understand the concept of them calling me a full adult woman at age 9. However, by their law and their book and their issued birth certificate, I ended up being a Muslim woman who became a child bride. I was sold into a marriage at an early age. But my question to you is, in your mission, have you came across women who were Muslim, but still, ended up being victims of rape, sex slavery, prosecution, even though they were Muslim, but they still became Muslim? Did you came across any of those women?
I met a lot.
You have, because one thing I tried.
I met more Shias women, which one was also persecuted from Sunni people.
True, true. Islamic Republic of Iran is 100% Shia country, and I have tried so hard to tell people that you are no safer being a woman anywhere, because within Islam, as a woman, you count as a half a human. Within Quran, there are verses where it says a woman is not a full human. So you have absolutely no safety being a woman, either Muslim or not. You just don't have that safety. And if it's all right with you, would you please take a few minutes to tell us and talk about the stories of those women who were prosecuted or been raped or tortured? If you can share some of their stories with us, please. What did they suffer from, and what were the unfortunate and heartbreaking events that happened for them?
I met Yazidi people that they spoke about one Shia girl with them. She was suffering the same way. She was raped, kidnapped and raped, and nobody know where she went. That is one that I know from Yazidi witnesser, which one we try to help we are saving them now after the release of the hand of the ISIS. But I met one lady with one child. She was also Shia, and she was normally with the Christians in Bahzane, one area of Iraq. And that lady, she was raped by 22 men in 2 days. And they tried to take her child, to slaughter her child. She threw her on her child. She told first my neck and then my child. And they told her, you will be Sunni. She told, I am a Muslim, this is enough for me. And they told, you have to be Sunni. She told, no. How I grow, I will stay in that culture. And then at last she was like forced. She told, okay, I will be Sunni. Then they released her after this, and she was living in one shelter with a Christian, which one there was also in the hand of the ISIS. There was, even she's Muslim, but they was telling you have to be Sunni, otherwise we will kill you now. And she convert by mouth that she's Sunni Muslim. There are a lot. I met another one in Turkey. Shia Alawite, they're nearly the same. The Alawite people, they're suffering the same like Christian in Turkey. And the ladies, I met one man. He told his own two sisters. They was kidnapped and they didn't never come back. He told me because he's Alawite. And I met one in Kamishlo in Syria, one lady with two children. Young lady without married, I didn't saw them personally, but I met married lady, which one they was kidnapped, raped, and but this man from Turkey, he told his two sisters, they was kidnapped and they never come back. What they done with them, he don't know. He was also Alawite. But in Kamishlo, this lady, she was maybe 40 years, but even though she was, they first had to be Sunna, and they forced her to take her children if she will be not Sunna. They beat her, but they didn't rape her. They beat her. She has a wound. How I saw her, still I have photo from her wounds by me at home. They beat her hardly. These stories I know from the Shia or Alawite people, but which one I have no parad in my head.
Wow, yes. Unfortunately, another thing, a huge number of Muslim women suffer from that unfortunately is not brought up or no a spotlight on is the female genital mutilation that a huge number of Muslim women actually suffer from in the entire world.
Oh yeah, in Egypt is horrible. Mutilation in Egypt is daily. Even the Muslim lady, they kidnap the Christian girls also as a small children on the way to go to school. They have a white color dress, these ladies. They are appointed by the government. They get a salary from the government. Today, I don't know, under Sisi or Misi, what is his name, I don't know, but before. Under Mubarak, under all the government ruler before. In Egypt, it's a Sharia, it's a practice law. Even in the theory, maybe not, but in practice, it's that Sharia law. And the woman has no right to have a sex feeling. She has to be, mutilation. And that's why the Christian girl, I met Christian girls, which one there was 4 or 5 years, they was kidnapped from their Muslimic ladies, and they circumcised them, and they let them. Then they show me some of them. They tell me how it has happened, but it is ruled that Islam ladies have no right to have a fun. That's why they're doing that with them.
Unfortunately, true. One of the most inhuman parts of Islam is where a woman is not allowed to have any joy in life.
Yeah, but the Quran says the woman is like a field, okay? That like paddy field. The man can go, put his thumb on, and come down. If she don't accept, she could be beaten, she could be thrown, she could be um, split there, just throwing them away, and she has to obey because she's created for the fun of the gen of the man's. She has, she is for that purpose born on this earth. They think so. That why she is not worthy to have a fun. Just she's for the, and she has to make like children as a machine of children for the man. She don't has right to hold her, even her children. They are not belong to her. They belong to the man.
Unfortunately, that is very true, and to this day, sadly, there are still people who stand for it and call it a religion.
It's ideology. They say it's religion, but it's ideology, and now they put in the name of religion. See, Erdogan now he's getting for Saudi Arabian money, and he give order in all the school that all children, the girls, they have to cover them, and if they cover like Saudi Arabian full shadow, he pay them they call shadow salary. And Erdogan, I mean, in Turkey, their fanaticism, it's coming like Osmanic time. It is horrible. And I met Sampel, a small girl, she's 11 years. I know how she's born from her father is Alawite, okay, or Shia. Then he was my driver before, yeah. I met him now in Southeast Turkey, and I told her name is Khairi. I told Khairi, since which time you are covering you? She says, yeah, it's a rule Erdogan has given in all the schools we have. That is uniform of the school. I told you, our father is forcing you. No, 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 not my father. It's a rule of the government. And then I met one lady. She was before open here, and she says, yeah, because I'm covering me normally, I am getting 13 euro in the month, but who cover him full, he get double. They mean 26 euro in the month. Yeah, you can see, and because the woman is not worthy to see the man, but if she cover, if she in the practice, if she cover her, she can see the man because it's a thing veil in front of her eyes, but the man cannot see her. That is the theory and practice total opposite.
Well, yes, I completely agree. And Sister Hatuni, we are almost coming to an end of our program. But before we do, I would like to ask you a personal question, if you allow me. I would like to know what was the reason, what made you want to become a nun? What was the reason for you to wanting to choose this life?
I think I, from childhood, God called me, and I decided maybe I was 3 years old. I saw one man, our neighbor die. And before I was hearing two story of Holy Ignatius of Antioch and Saint Ephraim. Ignatius was 107 thrown in the Rome Colosseum for the hungry lions, and Ephraim, they was both not married and they was holy. For us, till now, they are my favorite holies, okay? I hear their stories before and how my neighbor died. I was asking my mom, I was small child, I was hanging on her dress, Mom, what will be happen with our uncle? Uncle, we told him, the neighbor. She told, yeah, he's died. If he done good things, he will go to heaven to God. If he done worse things, he will go to the devil, to the darkness. And I think I was hearing this story as a small child from these two holies. I was known they are not married and they are holy by God. Maybe there is a fail in my mind. Until now, I am happy that I decide this way, and I decide my life from at 25 afterwards, 25, 40, says if you serve the needy when you are serving me. If I help somebody, I'm helping my Lord, his creation, and I am the happiest lady for my inside experience, happiest lady on the earth. Even nobody saw horror things like me on the earth.
Oh, wow. I personally would like to thank you, Sister Hatuni, for everything that you do. From some of the things you say, I know some of them from back when I was in Iran. I have experienced some of them personally, and I have witnessed other friends experience some of them. And I can tell you, you being there for them makes a huge difference for the victims. It gives them hope. It gives them the reality of it's not all bad. There are still human, there are still people like you out there who care for them and who's willing to hold their hand and hug them and give them a light in their darkest moments in life. So I really want to thank you for everything that you are doing and you always have done.
I till now in Iran. I am working only through the local teams. I don't have team in Iran. Otherwise, I will do also. But I don't have team. First, I have to create a team, and then we can do it. I am not alone. I am just guiding the foundation and fundraise and control and this. But the work is the team doing it locally. I am for 5,000 over 5,000 volunteer workers. They are doing the work. My work is guiding, controlling, motivating, and fundraising. That is my work. But for the victim, for the women, it's my part because I'm psychotherapist and spiritual counselor, and I'm lady. I know that what has happened. That is my own personally work.
That is absolutely amazing work, sister. Before we leave, I do have one last question for you, and that is, what is your hope for the future of Europe and Middle East?
I will say if these verses in the Quran are staying, they are not changed, not analyzed, not bringing the questions that if these verses are not canceling or nobody is afraid to, nobody is strong enough to criticize this and to cancel this. I am a little bit, the hope it will die the last, but I have small hope. But if they can question the Quran and say that is not okay, has to be our Bible. How many times I study theology? How many times we analyze? We say that is correct, that's not correct. How many times we done it? Why Quran is not allowed? And we know Quran is based on Muhammad and this shit things is wrong. We know that. Why is not allowed to question that? Why is not allowed to say that is not correct? We know that is the additional. Every Muslim has to hear that is additional of the Caliphate. 64% is additional 1,000 to 1,200 after Jesus. Why they don't accept this? They say with God or their Allah is not our God. Sure, they say he says this, all these wrong things. It's not correct. This, how could Allah or if it's God, how could he write these wrong things against his creation? He will not do that. Sure. Or it's in Quran written that Maria is the sister of Moses and Aaron. How many thousand years was Moses before Jesus? These lie things, how could God lie if it's correct from God? Everything is lying there, many things. How could we? That's not correct. And they're afraid if somebody questions the Quran, nothing will stay because it's based on lie. How could be a pedophile? How could be pedophile a prophet? How could be killer, slaughter a prophet? How could be this?
Absolutely true. Absolutely 100% correct. And Sister Hatuni, I would like to thank you again for taking the time. I know you are a very busy lady and I know you do a lot. So it means a lot to me and everyone here at Vox Populi that you took the time to be with us to bring some information and news for our listeners and audience to have a better understanding. I really appreciate that. And hopefully, we can see you back with us soon whenever you do have the free time to spend with us to bring more and more information for us.
Okay. Thank you.
And for our lovely viewers and listeners, if you can and if you like, please go to hatunefoundation.com and donate anything you can. Everything we do, plus everything Sister Hatune and her foundation do, can make a huge difference in victims' life. So if you can, please go to hatunefoundation.com and do what you can. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you so much again, Sister Hatune, and please stay safe.
We bring the help 100% to the real correct areas. I can guarantee you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, and goodbye.